Hey, welcome back to another free-to-play to 10k. Let's go. I think Togwaggle is safer as a pick. Cookie is too low armor. Yeah, I like Togwaggle. Generally, I'll try to curve out with Togwaggle so that I can hero power the turn before the trinket turn. On 5, the hero power is gonna cost 7 gold and I'll have 7 gold. That's when I want to press it. If I get the lobby where I can go 4 on 4, I mean, I probably shouldn't because then you have to go trinket plus hero power. It's not disastrous to go trinket plus hero power. It's just better to go hero power and then go trinket level to 4 and then either level to 5 immediately or stay one turn on 4. Generally level to 5 immediately is good. And then you hero power on 5 and try to find a win condition and run away with the game. Let's see how we can play the early game.
Are you ready?
I like Skipper. Very powerful start. Names are back, by the way. Blizzard fixed the issue where you couldn't see the names of the people in the lobby. So I'm gonna keep the MMR up to see when is gonna be the first lobby where we have an opponent that's above 8k MMR. That's gonna be a milestone on our NA adventure. By the way, in case you're curious, according to stats, what are the best 1-drops to start with? The best 1-drop in the game by win rate is Upbeat Front Break, just because dragons have really good mid game. And then the second best is Skipper. When you get coin, Skipper is by far the best card. Like now, I get a random 1-drop. Not the best one, this one. It's more economy based. And I still have the coin for the very important turn 3 that's coming up next.
You're doing great out there.
I kind of like Stormwind when I level up, so I can coin, buy Gambler plus Cyclone, and then just level up Stormwind, and then just press the button.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
I don't love the fact I have to buy a 1-drop, but it's a 1-drop of a good tribe, elementals, and it's Divine Shield, so once you buff it, it's even better. Also, I don't love to buff the Gambler, but just focusing purely on efficiency, this seems good.
This thing. Welcome back.
Okay, I'm trying to think if it's ever Scout. The best minion to cycle would be if you can get Reverse Keeper. I prefer stats. Yeah, let's go for stats. If the shop is bad, I'm gonna level to 4. What changed from now to the beginning of the game? I have a Gambler. If I don't get an opportunity to press the hero power, the turn afterwards, the hero power is gonna cost 6, and we have 8. But with the Gambler we have 11. So even if we get a very expensive 4-cost trinket, I'll still be able to afford it. Let's say I'll get a 6-cost trinket. I'll still be able to afford it, I just have to sell Seer and the Gambler. Now I'll hero power depending on the shop quality. Shop is good, I hero power. And then level 4 into 5. Shop is bad, I'll go to 4. And then hero power on 4 plus trinket. And then go to 5. Pretty straightforward. Losing by a bit to Ragnaros, but Ragnaros stayed on 2. So he should have been stronger. Now we have a lever.
I've got some fresh
Terrible
recruits
shop,
for
so
you.
insta 4. I'm not even thinking about it. If I see a shop with like 1-drops and 2-drops, like get out of my face. Another reason to go to 4, you see one more card. You see higher quality cards and you see one more card. Also, we probably can afford 1 or maybe 2 rerolls depending on the cost of the trinket as well. Can I take 10 damage here? Yeah, my opponent is on Tavern too, for whatever reason. But even if this wouldn't be a lever, you'd still be super okay taking some damage here. Health is a resource after all. Am I the only one who's on Tavern 4? Ooh, playing it dangerously.
I think you can win this thing.
Yeah, we take 10 damage here, I think. And that's okay. I don't mind. Okay, we don't even take 10. We take 5. Nice. I saw his board being like really big and I was like, okay, we're gonna take a lot of damage. Cube. Also token. I think I like token. If it's the curve, I don't even have to sell my Gambler.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Press. What's good about token, you can play it on your own minions. You can play it on your own minions. So let's go for Skyfin first. Let's buff this and then evolve. Eat. Nala. I mean, if it's here for like 1 turn, it's probably Nala. And then what do we play this on? On the Murloc Dragon? Sure. Okay, so next time I transform Nala into a 6 and I go to 5. We have a really powerful spot. I could have also afforded the cube there, but I don't see a reason for it. Cube also hasn't been performing that amazingly for me. Pretty pricey, and it takes like 1 or 2 lucky turns to recoup the cost even.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
Pretty strong board. It might get me. But this guy is still on tavern 3. Nice. Getting the tie here is really solid. Not getting pressured.
The battle is really
Okay.
raging out there.
Nala into a 6. Ooh, Consummate. Consummate is one of the most powerful cards in the game. Now you just need the 5-drop demon and we can just play demons. Consummate is good because it buffs the shop by a really solid amount. So now we are just 1 card away from the composition. We need a Twisted Rough card. I want 5-drop so much right now that I'm probably gonna target a token on a 4-drop to try to make it into a 5-drop. That's how much I want that. Here we could even afford to like sell the Mama roll, trade Gambler for something. We could also afford to sell the Mama, buy the Malkizar by selling the Gambler as well. Can even buy stuff. But I don't want to waste my money now. I don't want to do plays that are too crazy. Also, if I get a shop that's worth it, a shop that has multiple good minions, I can still press my hero power next turn. Let's just wait. This guy has a pretty solid spot. Evil Twin plus Defiler Portrait. Definitely better than your average Sire. Sire has definitely took a nosedive. Pretty weak right now. On the other hand, Morchi and Murzond really powerful. Marine also really powerful. I've done pretty well today with Clocksworth as well. I feel like as games are getting more aggressive in the early game, he has armor. And also slower in the mid game, he terrorizes mid games. He's really good in the mid game because he can triple efficiently. Like I currently rate Clocksworth probably better than Gen, which was unheard of at the beginning of the season. But that's like a small meta shift that I just noticed. Also, ATC really good for me, if we're talking heroes. Finally, a ghost fight. Okay, hero power 4 into 5. We got a Twisted, we also got the Bran, but Twisted is very important. Bran is quite good, but not so important. You wanna play this ASAP. And then I think you also wanna get rid of the other demons, and you wanna channel the buffs, maximize the efficiency on this guy. Now, if I get any shop that's remotely good, I'm gonna press the button. This one is remotely good. I'm pressing the button because I'm getting a lot of minions for my gold. I'm spending 9 gold getting 5 minions. And I'm not even taking into account what these minions sell back for. It's just fodder. Now, you want to delay the moment of putting the fodder into the shop because you might get another rough guard. And then if you utilize it first or too early, you're kind of like wasting value there. But it's okay, don't worry. I think I'm being pretty efficient. I don't want Privateer. I don't have a way to generate bounties. I like my hero power. I will Golden Touch, however. I want to touch this shop. Warden is nice. I'm not playing the Malke because I currently don't have a way to not take damage. And I would just like to not take the damage if I can avoid it.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Yeah, I could have froze that. It's okay.
Have a good battle.
I'm hoping the Warden dies, but oh no, this guy left a few turns ago, never mind. Should have also played this, like ideally if I had a little bit more APM I would have triple sold for refresher. But I wanna be a bit conservative because I'm getting this next turn. Really good card, Ashen Corruptor, a way to block the damage. Now, do I need Typewriter? Does it help me if I get 2 Ashens? Can also go Innkeeper's Hearth and Hero Power it. I mean, from 6 drops I pretty much only need Consummate, so feels a bit dry. Let's go Typewriter. I think it can be a good one.
Keep up the pressure.
A solid Typewriter.
That'll do some damage.
Second Consummate, wow. Why can't I high roll like this on my main account? It's not like the Smurf project doesn't matter to me, but... Come on, I don't know. Whenever I'm playing demons on my main, it's going so terribly. How is this going so amazing? Honestly, we don't need anything here. I mean, we need another rough guard. Maybe like a Bron. Yeah, let me show you the full power of this build. I was hoping this doesn't steal anything. Maybe I can triple consummate. I'm picking minions that give me minions, because that is the most efficient way we can play here. That's a good closer. I leveled because I was running out of money. This is something you can do. You play your turn on 5, and if he's going so well that you're just running out of money, level to 6. Don't waste the money. And this is the turn where I paid 4 gold for the trinket. Without Bran. I used the trinket purely for economy though. I definitely got my money back. Even more than I could have expected. Again, this hero is good to press the button. The strategy in general is good to press the button. It's a really good button pressing strategy.
You're down a minion and up a goal. It's good to get some minions in play. You're down a minion and up a goal. I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Actually, you don't wanna roll, because this is like the only way you can get a shop that has 7 minions. So maximum Fellbat hitting. This is why demons are so good. But again, on my main account, I'm actually having pretty big troubles with demons. So I'm probably gonna try to research off stream what am I doing wrong. What I noticed, whenever I try to play demons in the early game, from the early game, with Rough Weaver and Rewinder, and then I end up usually not hitting the Rough Guard and not hitting the Conqueror, the game goes badly. What went well this game? Well, we discovered Conqueror, and then immediately the next turn we got Rough Guard. And then we built around those 2 cards. I think building around those 2 cards ends up with bigger boards and a lot more power. Whenever you're playing demons in the early game, if you then just look very aggressively for some specific, some particular demon minions, it might not work out. And then you're gonna feel like really bad about it. But it's just the odds. Like the odds of fighting a particular 2-card combo are very low. But when you already have one of the cards, it's a bit more manageable. So I see this guy has Morgul Portrait, but still on Tavern 4, I don't think he can scam me well enough. Yeah, one Morgul is not gonna kill your game. This is a very good example of that.
You're good at this.
I gotta press the button because it's just good value shop. I will actually give up on a consummate. What? Downgrade. You know what? We already have like so much. It's kind of funny. I mean, I don't even know what to cut. I guess I could have cut an Ashen over the consummate if I had this spell earlier. Wow, this shop is fantastic. Pure economy. Too bad we only have one Rough Guard. Can you imagine we did all of this with one Rough Guard? That's how you know that card is nuts.
Not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
Please don't hit the Fellbat.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Yeah, I'll bite. If you don't bite now, you eat it. And I want to bite now mostly to get the board slot.
Wait to see this shake out.
Shipmaster Eudora. It's funny because we have 5 demons, we're gonna eat 5 minions. Nice and clean. And yeah, we don't eat only with the Rough Guard, but we eat mostly with the Rough Guard. Fellbat is also trying to contribute a little bit.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Nice. Big hit. Feels good. Feels really, really good. Okay.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Let's upgrade the Eudora. I don't want to sell the Morlock yet. That's a good card, I think.
Where is my iPad? You're down a minion and up a gold. It's good to get some minions in play.
I like Blaster. It's anti-BS. Cliff Guy as well, but
Hire a recruit while you can.
Blaster is king. I presume that the demon player is just gonna come into this fight with a lot of stats, and I'm gonna try to have more stats. But if they somehow play Leroy or whatever, I want to be prepared for that. We probably should hero power every turn, right? You're spending 10 or 9 gold to get 6 minions, which otherwise would cost 18 gold. So even if the minion doesn't do anything other than just being a fodder, still probably good, still probably worth it. Although we notice the lack of economy not having Bran. If we had the Bran, we would be able to do much more powerful plays.
You're doing great out there.
Okay, pretty good value.
Nice work.
Finally, second Rough Guard. Also Golden Touch. Actually, I made a mistake. Should have bought the Fellhound first because it would actually work with the Ashen at buffing the shop.
You're down a minion and up a gold.
Let's YOLO PK. I was hoping we don't need that one. Yeah, we cannot waste the minions there.
I like where you're going with this.
So I have to pass on that, unfortunately. I would have liked to go for it, but I think prioritizing the fodders is more important. Even here we're wasting 1 minion, right?
Minions in play.
Oh, we could have just rolled first. Oops. That was a mistake. Yeah, just sell free and roll. Sell free and roll. And you try to get minions that do something.
I would have picked. Better hire a recruit while you can.
Sell free and roll.
Here's a gold for the trouble.
1, 2, 3 and roll. Almost everybody in top 4 is demons. I need to get most stats, but I also need to think about taking. We should be good now. 1 down, 2 to go.
Nice work out there.
Okay.
Keep up the pressure.
Let's try to make. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's try to make the Ashen golden. Didn't work. Again, I'll hero power because this is like so much value. It's just pure value for my eats. Didn't even want the triple.
I can't wait to see this shake.
Belinda. 1, 2. I'm fighting dragons and then we have Demon Mirror. If there is another fight after this. I could buy armor to be safer, but I kinda like techs. So I'm gonna buy a minion that does something. And again, I have the option to eat one of the Ashen Corruptors, which doesn't really do anything for me right now. We can easily just get rid of it. We could sell one more to be a bit stronger. Wow, this shop is really nice. I'm gonna freeze rather than roll. By freezing, I guarantee at least the spell, and then it's definitely gonna be worth my money. I'm trying to play this as efficient as possible. We didn't actually eat that many stats. I feel like in a lot of lobbies, I would be able to get outscaled here. I'm kind of stagnating for a little bit. Let me think why I'm stagnating. Too much willingness to keep double Corruptor without taking that much self-damage. I think I should have been taking more aggressively. Should have had 1 Leroy here and like an underdog or 2 Leroys if I want to play like this. Otherwise, I would need to play with Bran. But I wasn't offered the Bran outside of the one versus the Rough Guard on my discovery. And I definitely think it's correct to pick the Rough Guard. But this is very good food for thought. We're still much stronger than this guy, but I have to think in the grand context, am I making the right play? Exact lethal from 37 must hurt. Poor guy. And now we come for the other demon player. Definitely pressing the button here. I don't have 2 Murlocs to play the Lookout. I mean, now I have a Murloc, but I like the Spore. One small downside. Void Pop a bit late. It's fine. I'll just play the Murloc as well. Doesn't really matter, guys. It's fine. Let's just eat some stats. I'll get armor. Better safe than sorry. I mean, the reason I'm getting armor is... What am I doing with other things? Not much. Then I might as well just get the armor, you know? Let's not overthink. You could put Spore earlier and keep the underdog later. Let's do middle-sized minion first, Spore second, and then biggest guy third. I don't know, a lot of demon players are gonna be positioned kind of like I am. So maybe I could even open on the biggest guy. Or let's open on Spore. Like, how often is a demon player gonna taunt a small minion? Almost never, right? But for example, if I would get a taunt, I would definitely play to my smallest guy. So that's why I'm saying, like, maybe I should open on either the biggest minion or this. But I'm afraid to open on the biggest minion, because if I open on the biggest minion and then the opponent plays a taunt, it can definitely be problematic, right? Oh, taunted Leroy, sorry. Biggest minion into taunted Leroy would go really bad. Don't want that. But yeah, we got him. Pretty powerful mid-game hero. But funny enough, I think we have more triples than him. Okay, we don't have more triples throughout the game, but we have more golden minion on our final board than Mr. Clockswork himself. Nice. Good win, let's go for another one. I don't really like these heroes. Can I pick Vandar? Okay, let's check. I think we can make Hooktusk work. I really don't like Kerrigan. Hooktusk wants as many economy plus minions as possible. For example, Seer, Basker, Geomancer are economy plus minions in this lobby. I have some idea of what I can do here. It's a lobby with a lot of things viable. We can go Quilbor because we have beast support. We can go demons, we can go elementals. We can use the pirates economy to do something. So many lines. I'm starting on Seer because Basker is much better on turn 2. We're fighting Lich King, so we could consider not playing anything. There are instances where if you play something against Lich King, you're gonna take more damage than not playing anything. Because of Mana Saber, for example. So I'm gonna get Dune Dweller. I'm not gonna buy the spell because it doesn't give me any advantage. And I'm not gonna play it, it's too risky. This way I kind of guarantee that I take 2 damage. Unless Lich King started on the Basker. But in which situations do I benefit here? I don't see one, so... I like the coin. I also like fighting AFK. Laureate or Picky? We can try to high roll the Picky. It's fine. We can hero power it again next turn. Would have liked to get Basker. Can still go 3 on 3 here. You know what's funny? Pirates are not the most amazing in the late game, but they have good early game. But their trinkets you don't really want to pick. You want to get them from stuff. You want to get them from something. See again. Is it ever Trog? I wonder if it's ever Trog here. You can stabilize pretty early. Let's do this and hold it for next turn. I don't know what Mutanos is doing. Still on Tavern 1, kind of crazy to me. Trog was a good tool to stabilize.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Meanwhile, my next opponent went 3 on 3, and we don't want to do anything here. I have to sell the Rewinder here. And now I get Perkash. Really? He's back. We're doing so many plays. Here is very important to know the value of every single minion. So Rewinder is a really good demon, but got a lot weaker than at the beginning of the season because they nerfed the Rewinder based trinkets to the extent that I'm not even sure if you wanna like get out of your way to pick them. But he's still a good demon to have because of all the self damage. Percussionist was definitely the best target to hero power. Now we definitely go up and like bounty.
Let's get some better minions in here.
Luther is one of the best free drops just because of the presence that he has. I like the ring. Oh, hero power this. I mean, hero power this into a 1-drop is usually gonna go badly, right? Can get some economy, I guess. Weaver. So, Low City Luther is one of the best free drops in the game. Just generates a bounty every single turn. And generating something every single turn is very powerful. Then Orca is really good for power. Percussionist was the best hero power target. I'm just not happy that I had to sell my Rewinder. I feel like the play I could have avoided. Probably should have played a bit faster and then get to play my Discovery minion on 2. And then maybe I could discover something for economy like a Gambler, which would make my turn a lot easier in the situation that happened, which is getting a triple in the shop. Pretty ugly game so far. But this is Hooktusk. You get a lot of plays. We definitely got more action from our hero power than we expected. I thought for a game that was gonna be more dull. Whenever this gives you this bounty or the one that gives you a minion that we got earlier, it's fantastic. Shows why it's one of the best free drops in the game. Even though it only has the stat line of a 1-1. I might go vouchers, everything else is just terrible. All the buffing shop before you actually have the guy that eats it is terrible. And Defiler is very slow card.
Minions really pulled their weight.
It's funny because Defiler was actually good in the beginning, but then people started really quickly not liking him. Justifiably so. I'm not sure what I should hero power, if I should hero power anything. We can hero power this. I'm not hero powering the ley line because having the ley line, if I just get the way to buff the shop, we're golden. We're in a really good spot. I'm buffing this a little bit just because I want to win the next fight. Because I want to level up and then utilize my bounty and my gambler to make some plays. Maybe even my hero power. I want to go to 5 because the most consistent way for elementals to buff the shop is Azerite. Also, the best way to play beasts is getting an early Leviathan. The best way to play demons is getting Roughguard plus a way to buff the shop. So basically we have a lot of really good, really interesting cards on Tavern 5. All we need to make sure is that we're strong enough to proceed to Tavern 5 next turn. Also, I didn't even mention, but we have 3 vouchers in 2 turns.
I think you can win this thing.
Another reason to try to be on 5. I might buff my Orca. Like, can you imagine how good this fight would have been if I had a buffed Orca? It might not go bad, the fight, but it would have been even easier, even better if we had the Orca. Well, the fight went pretty perfect, actually. It was a 100% though.
You're good at this.
Up.
Great. Let's get some
Shark.
better minions in here. You're down a minion and up a goal.
I also like Prince. Let's go Prince, let's go Prince. Prince is more dynamic. I like Void Pop Trainer, but I also like Harbinger and I also like Leviathan. Ooh. I think it's Void Pop. We are pretty demons already. Also gives us a really good target. Leviathan in this lobby is a bit weaker because elementals can beat you. Like, you should try to play demons if you can. And this plays demons as well as possible. I'm buffing the Orca just because I want Orca to buff the rest of my board. We're gonna need a 6-10. Yeah, him also being an elemental is kind of sweet. In some spots I would be tempted by the Leviathan or by the Harbinger. Harbinger is still interesting because I think back-to-back might be even more powerful than demons if you have enough time to pull it. Am I getting it baited into demons again? I don't know. Let's see, because I was saying exactly the last game that you don't really want to play demons unless you have the 5 and the 6. You don't want to start playing from the early game. So I should be open for a pivot. But I was open for a pivot and I got a Leviathan and I didn't go for it. Maybe I'm still getting a bit baited by demons. Let's get 6 drops and decide from there. Again, I don't want to buff the shop without knowing what I have. Balinda is good with elementals. Panther with beasts, but this is terrible. I'll pick Shaman because the rest is just bad. I'll go for Rodeo. Are we elementals here? We might be. With Engine. Okay, I'll pivot out of demons. I'm no longer playing demons. The situation changed.
That's what I would have picked.
I could hero power the Shaman, honestly.
Keep it coming. You're down a minion and up a goal. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Out. Yeah, I'll hero power the Shaman next turn. Let's keep it for 1.
Free the flames. Do you take me for an ordinary mage?
Better hire a recruit while you can. It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard. I think you can win.
Pretty solid, right? Big buff. Okay. Sargeras? Nah, because we wanna cut Reminder. I'm gonna go book. We are elementals. I was considering keeping the Rewinder and playing Sargeras, but it's just not worth it. I like Rylak with Leyline. Okay, we are elementals. This is the elemental pivot. Let's hero power the Quillbore. Full Fire Conjurer, even though it doesn't really help us. Okay. Let's do this. Now let's roll. I like the ley line, but it's not the best. Oh, sorry, the eco one.
I'll do what I can.
That's what I would have picked.
This happens. This happens. This happens, and then this happens. And this. And now we're just chilling.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Okay. Absorption. Decent trades, right? This is kind of okay. Okay, we're top 5. Let's go Headhunter. Because we can get one of the elemental battle cries, right? Saloon. So right now an issue is that we don't really have that much buffing. The turn we went pretty big on the Enforcer. I think we did that because we buffed with the Conflagration. So let's look for Rise of the Earth Mother and other powerful cards. This one targets 2 minions. We're looking for 5, 6s. Stuff we can get value out of, right? We wanna be elementals. Ew. This is only good for like another Balinda and trying to triple her. Kind of unlikely. So right now is the problem is that we don't have a buffed shop.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
I guess gambling is a buy, but what do we do with it? Reminder is providing some value. Second leyline is good. Reborn is also really good.
You're down a minion.
Conflagration guy can be good.
You're down a minion and up a gold.
Free the flames.
We're gonna do another play again, aren't we?
There is power in the land itself.
I'll save these ones for later.
You know what's funny?
Keep up the momentum, friend.
If you Belinda Conflagration one of your minions, you cast it twice, but it's still better to buff the shop if you have a few leyline spells. It's just like a more efficient, better way to do it. I like this elemental composition. I'm just trying to think of a way to make the shop bigger. Generally what you do here is you play Azerite. You play Living Azerite to make it bigger. Ooh, we lost. We lost to Fang Anklet Beasts. He's not even like Leviathan. Okay. Wisdom Ball is nice. Okay, let's triple.
Battle is really raging out there.
Let's get a 6 and make it into a 5. Especially if it's something like this.
What we're made of.
Huge. What is Rewinder doing? I mean... Nice. I think it's important to roll with a good board because you can always get like copy minions. Ew, what are those? Okay, I have to cut that. I was waiting because I didn't know if I want to do it or not.
And up a gold. That's quite the army you're
We're missing one discovery, right? Yeah.
Always trust a trust.
Small miscount.
Light stroll. Stirred blood. Always trust a trust. No one disturbs my home.
Let's just distribute the stats. I don't even want to roll. I have a guaranteed elemental that we're gonna eat. Keep in mind, every single spell buffs my stuff. And also buffs elementals in the shop permanently. This is kind of like the combo that we were looking for. I still wish I had a Reborn Rylak though. I would print spells. And therefore print stats. So, in hindsight, was it ever correct to cut Ikoron? Was it ever correct to cut Enforcer? Maybe? You'd recoup the stats, right? We missed 4 absorptions. Okay, cutting the Rylak was probably bad. Maybe cutting the Bran? No, because the Bran doubles it. Actually, we missed 8 spells, didn't we? Because the Bran would trigger with the Rylak. Yeah, what am I doing? Guys, I think I made a big mistake. I think Rylak was essential. And it only took me a while to realize. I'll just cut this. You don't even need him, honestly. Okay.
Out for a light stroll.
I can do summon 10.
Looks like you can get a triple.
Couldn't this happen earlier?
No one disturbs my home.
Huge.
Do you take me for an ordinary mage?
There is power in the land itself.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Should be good enough. Yeah, biggest mistake I made this game was cutting the Rylak. Rylak was way better than a few stats from the guy. Yeah, I still have things to improve at with this comp. I'm happy that I was able to pivot out of demons. And as I was saying, just because you have demons in the early game does not mean you're demons. Without having the 5 drop that puts fodder in the shop and a way to buff the shop, ideally the 6 drop, you're not demons. Last game we were demons because we got the 5 and the 6. This game we didn't get them, so we're not demons. Simple as that. It's actually like really straightforward. And now you can cut the Rylac.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Or should I just not cut it? You know what? I can just not cut it. Farm. This is funny. So we've cycled some stuff there, right?
No one disturbs my home.
I think we cut the Bran.
You're down a minion and up a goal.
It actually buffs more now because Golden Balinda casts 3 times Conflagration, and 3 times Conflagration with Golden Azerite, Normal Azerite is gonna buff the shop like crazy anyways. It might even be better than 1 time Conflagration on the shop. It's still more important to do it like this because it's permanent stats.
Keep up the momentum.
Nice animations. Opponent is doing Stegodon. I think if you wanna play Beasts, the best way to play Beast is Leviathan. Not the Stego. This is lethal. Probably not 39, I think there's gonna be another fight. 39 is a lot. But I think the game is already out of control.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
I'll even buff this. I just want all my minions to be good. This prevents getting scammed. Should have played switched hero power faster. That doesn't really matter, it's fine. I mean, technically for the last fight you can also cut Rylac, but I want to keep the Rylac in the Balinda because I think I'm strong enough anyway. Do I get to play the rest of the turn? Maybe you should do this at the end of the turn. Because, yeah, you're not gonna have any seconds left if you do it like me. Good. Funny. It's okay. This should win. Took us a while to find the Azerite, but once we did, bam, we went crazy.
You're way ahead.
Oh, opponent gave up. I mean, board or no board, the outcome was the same. Really happy that I was able to navigate this to a win. Nice. 2 more wins. The climb continues. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one. Do you ever wonder how I'm so consistent? Well, I never played Battlegrounds without Hearthstone Deck Tracker. It lets me see each hero's win rate, and stats about which tribes get first place in this lobby. Bob's body shows me the odds of winning, losing, or doing little damage in each fight, and it proves I'm the most unlucky player alive. Com guides show me the minions I need to commit to a build and are great when I need a direction. You can try out all these features for free! Download Hearthstone Deck Tracker now from hsreplay.net and get ready to dominate the tavern.